It's going to be very, very hard for Joe to get a lot of things done unless he has a government he can work with. And we've all seen Mitch McConnell play obstructionist for the Obama years, and he signaled immediately that he might not even be willing to confirm cabinet secretaries. You can see what's going on with this transition where Donald Trump is still refusing to concede. And I just talked to folks at the Biden transition team today, and they are still not talking to folks in government. Like ordinarily, those conversations would have been going on for days and weeks, but now you're seeing them just having to try and figure out how to take power without talking to the people who are still in these agencies, and that is unprecedented in my lifetime. I believe, like, at this point, there's a lot of work to do to assume power. And can you imagine trying to assume power when you can't talk to anyone who's currently in power? I mean, that's a very, very imperfect situation. So we have massive impediments before us, and at the same time, an economic crisis on top of a pandemic. The numbers are getting worse, not better. You're like the New York City schools just shut down again. You're going to see many businesses that are impacted. There's a curfew that just declared in California, where some of you are. So the economic climate is still very, very dim, and a lot of people's savings are running out. There are numbers around an eviction crisis in January. Over 10 million people are going to be having problems affording shelter and food over the next 2 to 3 months. And one of my great fears during the stimulus negotiations was that we were going to hit the lame duck session right now and not have any relief out the door post the CARES Act back in March and April. And that's where we are. I also just heard from someone who's been in touch with members of Congress who are privately saying they do not expect any relief until the new year. And the new year probably means, because of the calendar, February, because the new administration's not sworn in until Jan 20, Jan 21. So it's going to be a very, very difficult, long winter for many, many Americans. And one of the only lights at the end of the tunnel is imagining a robust response in the new year that can start to turn the tide. And that's only possible if you have a Senate that will not quash any attempt to help the American people, as right now the Senate seems poised to do under Mitch McConnell. So we have a chance here to do something profound and actually flip the Senate, give Joe a unified government to help dig us out of this mess.